This video is brought to you by my generous backers over on Patreon. If you'd like to support the channel and get cool perks like access to the Discord, seeing the videos a week before anyone else, or exclusive Patreon-only gameplays, plus a myriad of other perks, then check out my Patreon. The link's in the description below. Kozilek the Great Distortion versus Atla Palani Nest Tender. Came across a decent 1v1 Atla Palani list not long ago. I think I was running Ifara in that game. So I don't know if this is the same player or not. A forest into Utopia Sprawl. And we're obviously keeping this hand. Let's go for... yeah, we'll just go like that. And... oh, is it only creature spells? Spend this mana. Oh, activated only if you control 7 or more lands. Okay, I thought we might be able to go for a Thought Vessel there, but apparently not. Alright, that's interesting. Our opponent just holding up 3 mana. What is this one? That is tap a target land. Might come in handy later on. We'll throw that out. And we'll go for the Thought Vessel. And our opponent racing us up to their commander. They've gotten theirs out first. We are leading up the rear. Let's go for... which one is this one then? Whenever you cast a colourless spell with CMC 7 or greater, you can sacrifice it and search for a colourless creature. Okay. We'll just go in for Throne of the High City, and then we've got... we can go Chromatic Lantern into Mind Stone, and that'll leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or we can just go Warm Power Stone. Mind Stone into Warm Power Stone is a better idea, because Warm Power Stone will come in tapped. And we can get our commander out in the next few turns here. If we go for the Urza's Incubator, that'll be 2 mana effectively. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the turn after next, we should be able to get our commander out. That assumes that there's no artifact removal from Atla Palani. They've got the mana for an egg if they want one. Okay, that's surprising. They swing in. I would think they would want to just make an egg at the end of our turn, but deciding to hit us for 2 points of commander damage there. And there's the Beast Within. So obviously deciding not to go for the egg so that they can Beast Within us. Going after the mana because they're being forced to, I suppose. That's 2, 4, and 5. We can go Chromatic Lantern into Urza's Incubator, because the Chromatic Lantern will tap for mana. And what does that leave us with? Well, we'll name Eldrazi first. That will be 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 9, 10 if we don't wasteland them. Do we wasteland them is the question. We could screw up their red mana. Let's play nice for now, just for the sake of keeping our commander online for next turn. Now, Sorcerer's Spyglass can switch off activated abilities, can't it? Yeah, we can actually turn off our opponent's Atla Palani with that if we want to. Which I may do. I'm more concerned with getting out the commander at the moment. And there's a Farseek, so I don't feel too bad about not going for the Wasteland, because they'll get a red source here, no doubt. And that looks like an egg token to me. Alright, Eldrazi Temple is 2 mana for Eldrazi. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Don't quite have enough for our commander and the Sorcerer's Spyglass. Okay, and there's the Sanctum of Ugin. I don't feel like cracking that just yet. We're going to draw a bunch of cards here, so we'll say no there. We actually didn't get into any kind of Eldrazi anyway, so we could go for that. We've got the Ancient Tomb to gain the mana back. Yeah, let's go for that actually, now that I think about it. We'll just go for Ulamog. We don't have the other Ulamog, surprisingly. I must have forgotten to add that one. We can just... yeah, we'll discard the Scavenger Grounds. I doubt we care about graveyards in this game. Oh, actually, we've got an unlimited hand size thanks to Thought Vessel, so we don't have to discard at all. Now, we can still screw our opponent's colours during the upkeep if we want. We can wasteland a red source and then tap down another red source with this thing, Rishadan Port. Yeah, and I think it's time to go for the Sorcerer's Spyglass and name our opponent's commander with that, because they're getting quite a few eggs here. Followed by a Day of Judgment, and of course they get into an Eldrazi of their own. Luckily we've got that Ulamog, I'm glad I went for that now. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This way we get to exile 2 permanents, so let's go for Kozilek. And we'll get rid of a land and then we'll wasteland their red mana as well. We know that our opponent has Eldrazi now, so I'm not going to go easy on them. Let's go for wasteland onto that red mana. They are nowhere near their commander now. Alright, well, they get back into red mana on the Mana Confluence. We can still tap that down with the Rishadan Port. Now an Urabrask has come down for our opponent, so that will... yeah, I think our opponent hammered us with Urabrask during the Ifara game, so this is probably the same player that I played way back when. It's actually only a few days ago, but I think these games are going to be a few weeks apart for you. So we can go for... we'll drop the Ancient Tomb. We'll just drop as many things as we can here. Get down the Sculpting Steel for Urza's Incubator. Make another one of those. Name Eldrazi again, so that makes them cost 4 less. Then let's go Sorcerer's Spyglass, because I want to hold up the mana for the Rishadan Port. Oh, they've got a Terastodon that they are nowhere near. They won't be able to cast that because they'll be off red mana. Yeah, pretty good hand our opponent's got, if it wasn't for the fact that they're struggling with lands. We'll name our opponent's commander. And then we can certainly outrace our opponent with an Ulamog, so let's swing in at them and exile, is it 10 cards or 20? The top 20 cards of their library, so they're likely only going to be able to have a swing in with this 3 more times, and that will leave them with no cards in the library after they've had a few draw steps. Alright, and then during our opponent's upkeep we'll tap down their Mana Confluence, try and mess up their mana even more than we already have. Hitting us for 4 with the Urabrask. Okay, and there's a Grim Monolith as well, so I think we're okay to go for the Memory Jar. Let's go for Blinkmoth Nexus. That is a man land. We can turn that into a 1/1 flyer if we want to block something that our opponent swings in with. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the Memory Jar, and that'll set us up for getting a bunch of cards into hand next turn. We won't do it now because we don't have much mana to actually cast the stuff with. And let's swing in with Ulamog, exile another 20 cards from them. And it's okay to run Ulamog, Ceaseless Hunger sometimes, because you can actually have a look at your opponent's library, or a lot of the cards in their library at least. Well, we don't get to look at this 20 because our opponent decides to leave it there. They've seen that we have left up the Rishadan Port, and we would tap down their Mana Confluence again during the upkeep. Let's see what we would have drawn next turn. Another land, so that is... we can't see it there. 3 tap, sack a land to destroy a non-basic land. We could just keep going after our opponent's mana there. They were very valiant in playing it out for a few more turns. They didn't just give up straight away, but we've got way more mana than them. We've got a lot of card draw in the command zone, so we were most likely going to win that very comfortably within a few turns from here. hopefully you all enjoyed this revisit to Kozilek the Great Distortion. Be sure to leave it a like and a comment if you want to help out the channel. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you for watching.